Hello, my name is Travis Adams, and I am an owner and director at Camp Ahwahnee in East Texas. And this summer, we just celebrated our 54th summer of summer camp. I really want to encourage you to watch this video all the way through, because I'm going to share with you our story about going to a place several years ago where we almost shut our camp down, to this summer where we had multiple waiting lists. We had to add another session because we didn't have room, and we also had to kick out leadership just so we could add another boys camp cabin. And so hang in there with us. I really think this story will inspire you and your camp. In 2009, we had a family meeting and we almost shut our summer camp down. We were in a very tough situation, not only financially, we were in a lot of debt. Culturally, we had some big cultural issues, and it was a really difficult time. And so at that point, the only thing that I knew was we needed to focus on sales and marketing. But what does that even mean, right? So in 2012, I met now a good dear friend of mine, Nikolai Ronigan, who's also co-founder of Grow My Camp. And Nick and I were talking about how important it was to tell your story. And that was actually back at a Camp Miner conference in Boulder back in 2012. So I said, hey, if we're going to spend any money, we have to be able to tell our story. And in 2012, your website, that was essentially the tool to attract new people to our camp that didn't know about us before. And I want to just make this clear too. There wasn't necessarily anything inherently, well, campers were having a great time at Ahwahnee back then. It's just a lot of people didn't know who we were. And so we were just super stagnant. And so built the website, we started to see some momentum. We were growing not only camper weeks, but revenue. And then over the past 3 or 4 years, we were just slowly by trial and error figuring out, okay, it's not just the website. We're actually needing to use some other tools, and technology is constantly changing. So how do we put together this thing we call a camp funnel or a sales funnel? And so through building that funnel, we actually have seen some really momentous growth. So much so that a lot of that debt we had, we've retired. We've tripled our revenue. We've almost tripled our camper count. And then I even shared with you earlier about just even this summer, how we've seen so much growth. And not only has that impacted our bottom line as far as a business, but I would say culturally and people-wise, it's been such a huge asset, it's empowered our whole team. We've been able to hire more people for key positions. It's been super, super healthy and so life-giving for our camp. I want to encourage you, and I want you to know that the process that we've been through over the years with Grow My Camp is something that is totally doable for your camp. I know at times it can really seem daunting, but you really can do just as well as we've done, if not better, when you're able to get the right help and set up a process and set up a funnel to really tell your story well, and then nurture those prospective families in a way that's meaningful and that's timely, and you actually have a system set up. And so I really want you to know that it is something that you can do for your camp. And I'm also excited to, we have camps this summer that have reached all-time record high in camper weeks, and they've only been with Grow My Camp for a year and a half. And so it works. It's only limited by your dedication to the endeavor. And so although I would say it's not complex, if you're dedicated, you can totally do the same thing that we've done. And so I want to encourage you, please go and request information right here on our website. And we would love to have a conversation with you about how you can grow your camp, and you can ultimately see your camp thrive beyond what you could ever imagine.